Hi, this is Junaid. I wanted to give a video testimonial to the review course that I recently attended, Artificial Intelligence in Medicine. This was offered by American Board of Artificial Intelligence in Medicine, and I'm very grateful to have attended this course. For the simple ones who really want to know on the fence if they want to attend this course, this is fantastic. Stop this video, go ahead and sign up for the course. It is great value for the money. For those who want some more details, I'll just go ahead and share more. Number one, and the most important thing about this course is its comprehensiveness. There are people like me who have done some clinical decision support work, some computer vision work, but this putting all these pieces that artificial intelligence covers into under one course is just breathtakingly fantastic. And the way it was presented was really good. I understand this is not intermediate or even advanced level. It is even designed for a beginner introductory level, but to cover all of that under 16 hours within the 2-day time frame period was just very good, because you get all this done. And for a person like me who reads a lot in these technologies, this was a very good revision, and the way it was curated was also very beautiful. The faculty is amazing, and the playfulness, the banter that they support each other was also very good to see, because they are very humble and they actually project that as well. So given that, I would just go ahead and tell you that. They also gave me permission to use their first name, so I'm going to call them with my first name. But, you know, I'm in a habit of calling Dr. Chang, Dr. Myers, etc. But they said use their first name, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So Anthony presented the first portion of the first day, in which he talked about the evolution of artificial intelligence, its history, and then went into the data science and artificial intelligence in the current era. Gave some basic working knowledge of things, and then passed it on to Alfonso, who actually took it to the next level. He discussed all the different models of artificial intelligence, how they function, what are random forests, what are support vector machines, etc. Went into the details about it, for applicable to medicine as well, and giving examples on the way. While they were doing that, Dr. Bob was actually grateful, meaningful insights in between about practical data-related artificial intelligence questions. So his insight was very good to hear, and the way they were presenting together was also very good. Similarly, Mary was actually fantastic. She's from Georgia Tech Institute and teaches masters in data sciences. She did a phenomenal job in interjecting wisdom wherever it needs to be. So this was very good to see this beautiful interaction between the faculty while they're presenting us with this comprehensive course. The two different tangents, I suppose, were one with Arlene Myers, who is basically wrote the book on digital health entrepreneurship. Very prolific. You should follow him on LinkedIn and Twitter. He did a very good interactive session to actually make sure that we also understand not just the artificial intelligence in healthcare, the core topics from an academic perspective, but actually have a pathway to go to market, to have a thinking of entrepreneurship, how to make these things applicable in a market level. So that was great to hear from him. And Sarah did a fantastic talk on ethics in AI, and this was very great because I mean she'd won the lottery of the topic because everyone's so interested in the ethics. But either way, the way she presented, and especially her last two papers that I read after the presentation, is a must read for anyone who is actually interested in ethics and AI. Other faculty members, especially Dr. Boyko, also presented in between some very beautiful small nuggets of wisdom through his practical work in artificial intelligence. So very good, very grateful for that. And one last person, I think this was the most smoothest course that was done that I've ever seen. I've attended a lot of courses, been a faculty on a few of them. The way Miajan conducted this, I think she's the best course director I've ever seen. It was very smooth and without any hiccups. So glad to see that this course was done so beautifully and managed so accurately. These are the three books that are must read. Intelligence-Based Medicine. I've gone through about 60% of the book. Introduction to Biomedical Data Science. I've ordered it. It's on my reading list. And Digital Health Entrepreneurship is my daily reading because I have to reread multiple chapters. Again, entrepreneurship is a skill that you have to develop. So not only you have to read it, you have to reread again and again. The most valuable lessons from this course were that learning is an evolving field in general, but artificial intelligence is such an evolving field that you have to be vigilant, continuously learn, be patient. And you know, and I learned some more humility from the faculty, because being at their level, they were very open to admit, okay, this is an evolving field, this is something that we really need to look at into the future, etc. So that was great to see. And then another thing, everyone wants to do the model work, but nobody wants to do the data work, and which is very important. This is actually a recent article from Google Research you should read, and there's a YouTube video that I linked below. It is very important, again, to the velocity of data, the variety of data, and the quality of data needs to be considered. And because the better that is, your models will be more accurate. And once your models are accurate, they can be generalized and not overfitting to the particular situation you have trained them. So it's great to see that. And then, of course, AI is a team sport. So you're working with, you know, data scientists, modeling experts, clinicians, subject matter expertise. If you're doing it in radiology, you want to talk to some, you know, imaging engineers, etc. So this was some of the lessons that I think are important for life in general, but I mean, it very is important for artificial intelligence in healthcare as an evolving field. The price is fantastic. I mean, it is way worth the price. I mean, for $600, I'm actually potentially going to take the certification too, so I bought that package. But either way, you get a lot. It includes 16 hours of CME as well. If you're not intending to get the certification, even then you should take the course, because as I said, you may know artificial intelligence even at an intermediate level. I know it. I've done some statistics. I've done some research paper. But the question really is to put them all together into a comprehensive 2-day valuable, and maybe also that you're taking time off to do it. It's great. But either way, I think this is amazingly comprehensive presentation within 16 hours. So way well worth the money. Is this only for physicians? No, there are about 60% of them are physicians, but there's a reasonable amount of people who are non-physicians. So that's where the community cohort perspective comes in. I gave some feedback, and I didn't realize that Anthony told me that he's already working on an intermediate course to include these two important feedbacks. Workshop on just going through a data science project all the way to modeling. So he's already working on to it. As a matter of fact, Dr. Hoyt, Bob, already conducts an MI Society every first Saturday of the month, do a data science project. So he's doing that. I attended the first one recently. Great job. And he just goes through that process of how to clean data and then prepare it for modeling, etc. So that whole workshop is going to be planned in then future courses. And the second workshop I requested, which is again in the making, is to critically appraise a published article. The issue is that there's so many models, and then there's so many flavors in the model. So everyone has recipes, and then they change their own recipes according to their willing. So artificial intelligence is an evolving field. So to critically appraise an article and to understand its true limitations, I think it's very important for us to actually, have a complete workshop to actually go through these articles and then make sure that we are understanding it appropriately, because that's one of my beef, and that's why I started AI Neurocare, is to actually have to email the author and find out, okay, why didn't you choose this? Why did you choose this? What are the limitations, etc. So to critically appraise an article is extremely important, because these are going to be applied for your patients, and it's your job as a physician to make sure that whatever technologies are also applied towards your patient, you are understanding them and applying them appropriately, because these are all tools. I think the only one thing I would say is that the community aspect could be a little better. I suppose there should be a LinkedIn group with all the cohorts involved from cohort 1 to cohort 4. I was in cohort 4. So we have like-minded people gathering together, looking at different projects, sharing project updates, sharing some resources, etc. Or actually, like for example, if there is something I'm doing, there's no replication of work. So I think a community, maybe a LinkedIn group, maybe, I don't know, a Telegram group, whatever the process could be. But I think it's important that the community aspect through this course should be given a little bit more value as well. Again, I'm very grateful for the course being offered, and I would suggest anyone and everyone to take part in this course. If you save a life, it is as if you would save the life of all mankind. Thank you so much.